Now let's add a text box for date. So in the second form group, HTML, label for, M goes to date, time. Now there is a problem here. The problem is our gig model has a property called datetime, which captures both the date and the time. But typically, for usability reasons, we should provide two separate input fields, one for the date, one for the time. So how are we going to do this? That's one of the cases where what we're going to present to the user is different from our model of the domain. So in our domain model, the gig class has the datetime property, but we want a different kind of model where we have two separate properties, one for date and one for time. That's when we use a pattern called presentation model or view model. So a presentation model or a view model is a different class that is purely used for presentation. It's not part of the domain. So let's go to Solution Explorer. Scroll up. We're going to create a new folder called View Models. So right-click GitHub, add new folder, View Models. And here I'm going to add a new class, add class. I'm going to call it Gig Form View Model. Gig Form View Model. Add. So let's quickly create the properties we need. We need one for the venue. So string venue. We need one for the date. Note that I'm using a string here because on the client, everything the user puts in a form is essentially a string. When it's posted to the server, we're going to parse these strings into objects of different types. So another one, prop string time. Now Control Tab to get back to the create view. On the top, we're going to change the model of this view from gig to gig form view model. So delete gig form view model. Again, note that ReSharper automatically resolved the namespace for me. With that, now we can change this date time to date. Now I can simply copy this text box for line and paste it here. And then change venue to date. Now we need a similar structure for the time field. All right, now I want these two lines. Copy, go to the next form group, paste. Now we change this to time, and similarly here. Let's preview our changes up to this point. So I'm going to build the project because we added a new class, gig form view model. To build the project, Control-Shift-B. Now Alt and Tab, back to the browser. Control and R to refresh. Beautiful. Now later we can add a date picker and a time picker here, but that's going to come later. Let's just build the skeleton first.